Good morning and welcome to another video. Whiskey sulking like, why did we sit down, mommy? It's okay, Mama. Come here. He just wants to play. He has so much energy. I'm feeling so much at peace. What's wrong, Whisku? What's wrong? Anywho, as I was saying, I've been experiencing so much stillness and peace within myself over the past couple of days. Well, today I'm feeling the true stillness, but like till yesterday morning or so, I remember sharing with Barry in the morning. I'm like, everything just feels very different. Everything feels different in a way that nothing in my life feels familiar. Everything seems to have shifted so much, but there's no sense of familiarity left. And I told him that it's like I'm sort of in a dream. Hello, Whiskey. We'll just continue talking because we gotta go. But I felt like I'm in a dream state where there's nothing tangible that I can hold on to or cling on to. It's a very floaty kind of a feeling. It's like my mind is still going 100 miles an hour because it's still trying to figure out what it should do to control the situation, to find something tangible to hold on to cling on to. So the mind is doing its thing, but while it's doing that thing, I have no urge to change it. I have no urge to stop it. I'm just allowing all the thoughts to come up and then dissolve, all the ideas and ways that my mind wants to control my reality. I'm letting it all come up, and because I'm not giving it attention, it's just sort of like dissolving, and it's just like a continuous thing, one thing after the other, and it just keeps going. But I feel like I have no energy to do anything about it, and I think this is another level of surrender. It's like I'm not even trying to quiet my mind. I'm just allowing it to be. Yes, Baba, wait. Wait, we'll go. We'll go, Baba. Oh, yes, we'll go. And now a couple of things has happened. A couple of experiences have happened over the last, like, since yesterday till now, where I feel a lot at peace. I'm just here. My mind is not wandering as much. Whiskey's like, stop talking, Mama, and let's go. We gotta go to Mashi, huh? You wanna go to Mashi? We'll go to Mashi? Huh? We'll go hang out with Tintin? We'll go hang So yeah, I have no urge to do anything about anything. There's this beautiful sense of faith and trust that I'm feeling, a new level of faith and trust that I'm feeling and knowing within me, that is giving me so much peace. Like, None of what's happening in my mind or none of what's happening in my reality is phasing me. It's affecting me in any way. It's beautiful. It's such a gift to experience this. It's all about just allowing. All of this is meant to be experienced. We just have to get out of our own way and allow. And even that, like getting out of our own way, we can't think about it that, oh, I'm going to get out of my way, if that makes sense. It's like complete surrender to the unfolding, complete surrender. If thoughts are coming up, if desire for control is coming up, just allowing that and knowing that the way life is supposed to unfold, whatever you're meant to experience in this lifetime, that's exactly what's happening. We just gotta get out of our way, and the way we get out of our way is not thinking by getting out of our way, but rather just surrendering to everything. Absolutely everything. I'm so grateful to be experiencing this right now. Yes, yes. All right, we'll go. We'll go for sure. As soon as I start talking to the camera, he comes. All right, let's go. You want to go? We'll go to Masi. Starts looking for Masi, my sister. We'll go to Masi and we'll go to Tintin. Yes. Come on. Let's. Let's take a bath. Let's take a bath. Take a bath. You're gonna start making mochi. You're gonna start making mochi.
A few moments later.
Alright, let's make some chicken soup for my sister. And I'm hungry too, I'm starving. I brought everything from home because I wasn't sure what she has in her kitchen. So let's do that. coming to a boil now, so I'm just gonna reduce it and cover it. It's a very basic chicken soup recipe. I just put in whatever felt right, like I always do with my cooking. So I'm just going to cover that, minimize it, and put the lid on, and let it do its thing. As you can see, I'm not at my sister's place anymore. It's actually the next day. We are at home, Whiskey and I, and we're taking today just to rest. It's been quite hectic, and my body's definitely feeling it because as soon as I kind of started recovering from COVID, my sister fell sick, so we'd been like driving back and forth almost every single day for the past 3-4 days. Um, and since I was still on the brink of recovery with my own self, my body definitely felt really tired and exhausted. So today we're just chilling and just being. I'm going through a very interesting shift. As I briefly mentioned yesterday, I talked about this beautiful sense of peace. Along with that, I am sensing a new shift internally, and the peace that I'm feeling is of course part of that. And I wanted to take this time to just sit with that and see what comes through without trying to without forcing to intellectualize it or verbalize it. I just want to see what comes through. One thing that I can tell is that I am starting to see how much we perform, how much I perform. How do I put this? Like how much we perform, as in our mind is constantly going. And even when you're on your spiritual journey, the journey of self-realization, the mind has this tendency to start creating identities and attach itself to those identity and perform as that identity. And what's coming clear to me is that at every level of my journey, of this desire of detaching from everything and detaching from identity and just being. Every step of the way there has been some sort of a performance. Like, I know we're all here performing a role that's part of being a human in this 3D reality, performing of our role in this dream space that we have collectively created. So I again, this is something I always have so many questions. Like, I have more questions than I have answers, which I think is a beautiful thing, to be honest. Even though we are conditioned to find the answers, find the solution. But I think life is more about questions than anything else, and just being with those questions. And you will gain clarity, but when you gain clarity, then there's more questions that arise from that. So at this point, like, I am being shown that I was still performing in a way, I was still performing just from a different space. Of course, like, when I wasn't this aware, I was performing at a different level. Being on this journey, I started performing at a different level, but it's still performance. And there's this desire within me that I don't want to perform anymore. I just want to be me. Again, when I say that, I'm sure there's some sort of performance that will come into play as we perform our role as a human being in this existence. But I have this desire to be more in this peace state that I've been experiencing. And what I've realized is this peace becomes a part of me, or I become a part of this peace when I just accept everything for what it is, every situation, every person for what it is, every feeling and every emotion for what it is. When I fully accept, I'm automatically put in a state of surrender. And that state of surrender is the peace. And all of this doesn't require any performance. And I have this desire. I don't know how much of it's possible being in this human body, but I have this desire to just show up as this. I don't know what this is, but just show up as this being rather than performing as the being that I am, just existing as the being. And this is beautiful as I'm saying these things, because this has been my intention for a really long time on this journey. This is something that I have felt a pull towards, I've been called towards, is this desire to just be, not having to do or perform or anything like that, just being. And this entire journey has been that, and I have experienced so many different levels of being, and this is just a new level of being. And like, this is like a whole new I don't have the words for it. Like, it's like a whole new level of existence that I am being shown, that I feel like I have the opportunity to tap into it now. When I thought that I had arrived at that place where I was no longer chasing, I was no longer attaching myself to specific outcomes or specific identities, reflecting back, I was still doing that. But it wasn't at the same level as I was doing it when I wasn't as aware and living life mindlessly. Not so much mindlessly, I was just too caught up in the conditioning. I was aware, but I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know that there was other ways of being than the way I was being then, which was conditioning and programming at the forefront and fears at the forefront. So I've definitely experienced different levels of being, different levels of this desire and this intention that I've had for a really long time to just be and not having to chase or to do out of some sort of programming of, well, you gotta do something, you gotta have an identity, you gotta be earning money, you gotta be doing this, like all the programming. It's it's beautiful, it's challenging, it's fascinating to see there's so many levels to this. Just when you think that you have arrived where you wanted to arrive, again, this journey is not about arriving, and that's why they say see this journey as a process. It's not about the destination, it's actually about the process itself, the journey itself, because like you can see there's no arriving ever. There's always new things to experience, new experiences to be felt and embodied, new truths that are revealed. And I'm so grateful to be on this journey, no matter how difficult and challenging it has been. I'm just grateful that I'm able to experience this. Not a lot of people get to experience this, the truth of existence. I don't know how else to explain it. And I know I haven't even scratched the surface yet. But the exploration of this, of who we are, of who I am a fragment of the wholeness. I am a fragment of the consciousness. Also, another thing that has come to light for me is, yes, a huge part of this journey has been of self acceptance and self love, but it's still unimaginable how many times I still beat myself up mentally. I still judge myself. I still compare myself. Before, it was comparison to other people in their careers, for instance, or the level of luxury that they're living, or whatever it is. And then on this journey, the comparison started being like comparing myself to other people who are on this journey and what level they are at and how much they have achieved and how much enlightenment or truths that they have discovered about themselves, or like they have, how much they are able to go back into the world and be themselves and embody themselves and integrate. And without realizing, I still end up beating myself over it. It's just for different thing now. Like this is this is not me. This is just my ego still doing the same thing that it had been doing, but just in a different in a different field, in a different game. And even though like my mind wants to say that most of the people on this journey are still experiencing this, and people that I look up to online who are on this journey, that I end up unknowingly comparing myself to, like they might still be performing and acting from their ego, but maybe aware, maybe unaware. But like again, mine. Why do I have to judge others or judge myself? Why can it just be? Just why can't we just exist where we are at? There is no competition. There is no end goal. It just is. So I'm definitely coming back to myself again on another deeper level. And I pray that I am shown how I can just be and exist. I know it will be revealed to me in the perfect time, but I have this desire that I don't want to perform. I desire that things just flow through me. And I don't want to be attached. I don't want to create an identity out of it either. Like, I'm aware of all of these things. Like, I don't want to create an identity around that too. Like, someone who just flows and doesn't perform and this and that. Like, it's so tricky. But in this space, like, all I can do is just accept that I have this awareness, this thing has dropped into me. It's not me, like my mind can't think of these things, of this, what this next phase or this next level could entail. It's just a feeling, it's just a knowing, and it's it's part of the consciousness. And I know I just got to surrender to it. All I can do is just surrender to it and just let it unfold and just enjoy the journey. I'm so aware that we can't think our way into a new state. We can't think our way into evolution. We can't think our way into anything. We can just surrender our way into it. But it's just beautiful and amazing to see how mind still finds a way to do its thing. But that's part of the journey too, that's part of the consciousness too, so I just gotta allow allow that to unfold as well. Wow, it's been 18, 19 minutes that I've been talking. But yeah, I think I am sort of sitting in this in this space where a deeper level of me is being shown to me. A deeper level of knowing is being presented to me. And I'm at peace with it. I'm at peace with it. I don't know if you can hear that annoying noise. It's just our dryer. It makes a lot of sound. Hopefully it doesn't in, interrupt in doesn't bother bother you. There's so much happening. So much happening. I think I will leave this here and I will create in probably the next video. I just want to sit down and document the more tangible things that are happening, like things that I've been called to do, the podcast that I've been listening to, and where that is leading me to. But for now, just as a brief, I do want to document it because what I feel tomorrow and what state I am in tomorrow, the next day, or whatever, or the excitement that I have might change. It shifts so much. So Barry and I, we've been listening to a lot of Deepak Chopra. So I've been going back to what I was, I have aligned with so much already. His book, Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, is a gift that I was given that has helped me a lot in this path. A gift that was given to me by my mom that sort of kind of played a huge role in initiating this journey of self-realization. So we've been listening to a lot of podcasts because yeah, it's just been, I'm understanding his words in a different way now because I'm not the same person I was a few years back. So it's hitting different. And then I have had this slight inclination towards um, studying my, well, I've never been religious, but my family follows Sikhism, and I've had this inclination for a really long time, but not to the extent where I wanted to do something about it. I just let it be. I'm like, okay, when it's time, I will. And I think that time is coming where I kind of want to dive into Sikhism as well, because I feel like there are so many beautiful teachings and wisdom in that that beautifully overlaps, because the truth is the same, like the universal truth is the same. Like, I don't know why there's so many different religions, to be honest, but everyone's saying the same thing, but just in different language from a different perspective. So I've always had this curiosity to see the commonalities of my knowing and my journey, the truths that have been revealed to me, and what's written in the text. So I've been sort of like, I've started dabbling into that. And I feel like, who knows? Again, my mind is trying to create something set, like a set expectation, a set journey, a linear path, um, and try to make sense of where I'm going with this. So I'm just gonna say it, but this is something I just gotta stay detached to, and it'll come with time. It's like, maybe perhaps like I could support people on a deeper level from my own community by studying. I've studied, obviously I'm studying, have my own self study that is going on and will always go on this journey. um, but then bringing in the text, the Sikhi text, and perhaps be able to be more connectable, someone who's more, someone with people who can resonate with, and perhaps I can be of service in my community in that way. Like, I just, this is underlying foundation. I feel like an underlying thing for me is, I know I'm here to be of service in some way, and we all are in some way, but I feel like I still haven't tapped into that yet. It has come in different forms, like through personal training, through mindset coaching, and of course just being on this journey. I am fulfilling my purpose, but in terms of like being of service through expression of some kind, through creation of some kind. So I know that's underlying there, but that's why my mind constantly tries to find, is this the thing? Is this the thing? Is this the thing? But deep down, I know when it is the thing, I will just know, I will not question it. So that's what's been happening. And I love writing, but I feel like I haven't really, like, again, fully tapped into my full creative potential in writing as well. So there's like, Deepak Chopra has inspired me so much, knowing that he is 78 years old and he's done like what, 93 books or something like that. And he started writing when he was younger. Like, I mean, he started writing when he was like in his 30s, maybe. I can't, don't quote me on that, but something like that. So whatever he thinks of, whatever question he has, he starts researching on that to find his own answers, and he publishes a book around it. That is so inspiring for me. Like, I know I'm meant to write books perhaps, um, but I sit on it for too long because I'm like, I know there's more answer to this, there's more answer, there's more to this, there's more to this. So I'm always waiting for the more, but I just gotta write and publish. And yeah, so listening to his podcast now, by the way, I had no idea he had written so many books, even though I've been following, like reading his book and this, and following his wisdom for so long. I had no idea. So it was meant to come at this time because I think I am ready to fully put myself in there and start writing and expressing myself. So I'm dabbling into a little bit writing, and I have so many different tabs going on in my, I use app called Notion. I have so many different titles for, it could be an entire book or it could be individual books or something like that. Again, no attachment to it, no expectation of it. I will just see where it goes. But whenever I get a chance, I do write. And that's what I've been up to. That is what I'm going through right now. But just being in this peace, this kind of peace that I've never experienced before. And I'm fascinated that there's probably even deeper level of peace to be experienced, because I thought I had experienced peace in small fragments and small periods of time, and now I'm experiencing this. This is a new kind of peace. It's just slowness, it's just stillness. Yes, my mind is going, mind is still doing its job. Despite that, there's this stillness. I have no urge to change it. I have no urge to fix it or control it or mm, do anything with it. It's just stillness. Okay, I've been talking for 30 minutes. This is going to be a long video, but I will wrap it here and we'll catch you in the next one and catch myself in the next one. Mwah.